Hi everyone, I am Melissa McKay. I work with JFrog as a developer advocate, and I am currently here in Stockholm, Sweden at the JFocus conference. And I'm here at the DevOps Speakeasy sitting with Haim. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are and what you're doing here at this conference.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Melissa. Good to see you again. So I'm Haim. I'm working in Next Insurance. I'm VP of Technology in this company. I started in the company as the first developer 6 years ago. And I'm also one of the organizers of the Java user group in Israel, which named Java IL. And recently also a Java champion.
Awesome. I saw your name come in to be a Java champion and recognized it immediately. That's really exciting news. Really happy to bring you into the community. We actually have met before several years ago at an unconference, I believe. And it was a pleasure meeting you and learning about you and what you do. Just really quickly, if you'd like, do you want to talk about your company, what you actually do?
So Next Insurance offers small business insurance. So if you have a restaurant, or you are a carpenter, or you dog walker, you probably need insurance, and it's until Next Insurance is quite hard to do it. So now you can do it online relatively quickly and relatively easy, and we help our customers to get insurance and in a very modern fashion.
Awesome. Cool. So along with what you do, I know you are really into Kotlin, right?
Yeah.
You have a talk here that you're doing, or have you already done it?
Already done that. So that's why I'm happy and very relaxed, because we are after the talk. Yeah. So actually I got into Kotlin when we started Next Insurance. I was the first developer. And when we chose the programming language for backend development, Kotlin stood as a very reasonable choice. That was 6 years ago. And from being a single developer, we now have 150 developers developing in Kotlin.
Wow.
So that's quite a huge operation. We have around 1.2 million lines of code in Kotlin, over 30 microservices in production, and we are doing all the backend development in Kotlin, which is quite impressive.
Wow.
And the fact that we are very pleased with it is what made me give this talk when I'm looking into certain feature of the language and looking really seriously into them and what works in them and what not. Because it's important to say the things that need a little to be careful with them when you're working with anything. Right,
that makes sense. What do you think the biggest advantages are, since you've had all this experience now with Kotlin and with bringing on new developers? Would you say the same today, or you're more enthused about Kotlin, more impressed than you were when we first met? Has anything happened to change that opinion?
I think we have more experiences, and we know better what works and what doesn't work, but I'm still enthusiastic the same way that I was the day we met. And I think it's, in general, a very good combinations of additional features on top of Java. We're trying to be as much as possible in sync with the Java platform, the JVM, and the new features that are coming to Java. So Kotlin has a very pragmatic approach towards software programming and software engineering, and that's what I like about it.
Nice, nice. And you've had a lot of success with new developers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, a startup that grows so fast has a lot of challenges. And the fact that we are able to onboard developers into the Kotlin programming language relatively smoothly without doing much, because we don't have capacity to create long training, etc., means that it is relatively smooth entrance for new developers, especially ones that are familiar with Java. It's like a very smooth transition.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing your talk. Uh, I know I missed it today,
It's recorded.
but it's recorded, so it'll be available on the website after the conference. And if any of you want to listen to Haim's talk on Kotlin and his experiences, definitely go check that out. There was something else I wanted to talk with you about, and that was you are from Israel, correct? And you are very involved in the Java community in Israel. Do you have anything to share with us?
So I have some very exciting news. I think this is something that never happened before because there was no Java, community-based Java conference for ages in Israel. Okay. There have been some conferences that were arranged maybe by JFrog or maybe by other companies, but no community-led Java conference, and we are going to have one in November. Okay, which is quite exciting. It's going to be 1 day, 2 tracks, talks that we plan to have some international speakers, but also speakers from the Israeli community.
Great.
And I'm really excited about it, and we're going to open the CFP soon. So if you hear that and you have great content for Java community, please do submit a talk.
Yeah. Does it have a name? The
Java Summit IL.
Java Summit
IL.
IL. All right, so you heard
Yeah.
first.
Java Summit IL, and the content the content committee is led by the Java Israeli community, Java IL, and we're very happy to be helping with that initiative.
This is great, and one of the many reasons you're a Java champion now. It's important to get the community involved and make sure that there are avenues for everyone to be able to contribute and to engage in the community. So very good news. I'm very excited to hear that. I hope that we cross paths again. What are your plans after this? Do you have other conferences you plan to attend? Or speak
I
at?
really wanted to attend JAlba, but
Yes.
it doesn't fit with my travel schedule from work, so I need to be in another business travel this year. Really hope to attend next year.
Okay.
And no other plans at the moment, but I'm sure we will meet.
I'm sure we will cross paths.
Yeah.
So I love that you brought up JAlba. JAlba is it's an unconference held in Edinburgh.
And it's awesome.
It is awesome. And I am at another unconference in Crete, and the experience of the unconference compared to the formal conference, I won't say it's better, it's just incredibly different. And I really, really enjoy that atmosphere. And if you have ever had an opportunity to attend an unconference, I would say sign up. Definitely go take that opportunity. You meet amazing individuals, passionate people that love what they do, like Haim, and it's a very incredible group of people.
Yeah, I highly recommend for anyone to start adding also unconferences and open spaces technology into their lives.
Yes, yes, and for those who don't know what an unconference is, usually that's what it's based around, is the open space concept. So instead of having large rooms with an audience and a speaker out front, these instead are smaller groups, and everyone talks together in a very, everyone contributes to the conversation. There's one person that leads, but they aren't necessarily the speaker. So very interesting, different way of doing it. I found it very powerful to be able to have that interaction with everyone and discuss the topics that we wanted to talk about. Pretty incredible. Well, as for JFocus, this is your first time here?
Indeed. I'm really excited. First of all, Stockholm is amazing. It is extremely well organized conference. If we can get close to it in Java Summit IL, I will be extremely happy. It is absolutely an amazing conference.
I'm sure Matthias would love to hear that. So it's recorded. I'll point him to it later. JFocus is being used as a model for a very well-organized conference. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Well, this is also my first time in Sweden and in Stockholm. So, and at this conference, the first time for me was a virtual experience.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that just a little bit. I don't want to, get too down into that subject because I think we're all tired of the last 2 years. But how do you feel about being back in a physical conference?
So I'm really excited about it. It is so fun meeting people, especially when you meet old colleagues that you didn't meet for 2 years, that you used to meet in conferences for a few years. It's really exciting having people, meeting new people, hearing talks in 3D, being able to approach the speaker after the talk and ask questions, being able to meet him afterwards at dinner or in a party. That's really great. That's really different.
Yeah.
We did manage to have a lot of things happening during COVID, like a lot of content, but it's totally different.
Yep. I can only hope that if we have to go back to virtual, we will continue to learn. I know things drastically improved as time went on. It kind of caught everyone by surprise. So things did improve, but it's still just not quite the same as being able to say hi, shake someone's hand, see someone you haven't seen in a few years. Haim and I both have families that we remember talking about before, and so this time around we had to catch up on what everyone's doing and how everyone is.
Yeah, we have children roughly the same age, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah, so it's good to catch up.
Yeah.
All right, well, this has been amazing. I really appreciate your time and your contribution to the DevOps Speakeasy. It's always great to hear from our speakers and from their experience, and I'll learn a bit about different perspectives everywhere in the world. And Haim is an amazing friend and colleague now and a fellow Java champion, so glad to see you here.
Let's shake hands.